Hi, everybody. Question. Do you remember when you were 14 years old? Now, for me, that's a long time ago. But I still remember certain events. I'm going to tell you a story quickly about a young girl who was one of my clients. I should say she eventually became my client. She was in her schoolroom. She was in ninth grade. And I don't know, she just felt a lot of pressure. Maybe it was a classroom. There was a lot of things going on at that time. She had just got a new boyfriend. She was excited about that, but he wasn't treating her very well. I mean, he wasn't really paying attention to her. Like most boys that age, he's paying attention to other girls. Schoolwork had picked up. She's now in ninth grade. She's in high school. So she had more homework, more things to do, more things to think about. And then there's all the socialization. Do I fit in? Do people like me? All these pressures were on her. So one day she's in her classroom, and I don't know if she's thinking about all these things at the same time, obviously not. But these are all things that are part of her life. And maybe you've gone through that yourself at some point, where you start to feel all the pressures coming down on you. And what happened was, she all of a sudden, her heart started to beat very fast. And it seemed like the more she tried to calm it down, the worse it got. And then she started feeling very hot in her face. Her face was very hot. And she asked one of her neighbors, she says, "Is my face red?" And they went, "Yeah, your face is red." Well, then she started feeling her left arm, and she felt like her left arm was hurting. And she couldn't believe it. She goes, maybe something's wrong with my heart. Maybe I'm dying. And so when that began to happen, she started to panic. She started to feel really panicky. And she told her friend who sat next to her, she goes, I can't breathe right. I need to leave the classroom. I need to get up. I need to get out of here. So her and a friend, they both left the classroom together. Now the teacher didn't like that idea because they don't normally like when students just get up and leave. So the teacher went outside to make sure they were okay. Well, by this time, the girl was like sitting down and almost laying down. And the teacher said, "What's the problem?" And the girl said, I can't breathe. I'm having trouble breathing. Well, one thing led to another. The nurse came down and they called the ambulance. And the ambulance came and they lifted the girl into the ambulance. They gave her some oxygen just to make sure. And they got her to the hospital. Well, the hospital checked her out. There was nothing wrong with her heart. Her heart was fine. Her heart was beating pretty good, actually, but it was just beating really fast. And and they gave her some kind of medicine. And like about an hour later, she started to feel a lot better. And all the symptoms, the pain in the arm, the fast beat of the heartbeat, and all that went away. And the doctor recommended that she sees this other doctor who's a psychiatrist. And she went in and she visited a psychiatrist. And the psychiatrist explained to her she had experienced a panic attack. Unfortunately, this is very common. And it happens to people at every age. This description I gave you may have happened to you when you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. It doesn't really matter. It's when you just get to the point where all these pressures that are on you are more than you can manage. And the more you try to control it and manage it, the worse these pressures become. And to the point where your brain gets overwhelmed. This is a form of anxiety. And I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but it's quite scary. But it's quite normal too. That's the weird part about it. It's a very common experience that many people experience around the world. Now, one of the things I would just tell you today in this video is, if you experience something like this, the most important thing really is to just slow down your breathing. Just slow it down. I mean, that's just the beginning phase of this thing. I know it's scary, and you're thinking to yourself, I could be dying here, but you're not dying. because you're not going to die until your heart stops. So if your heart's beating fast, that's not a bad problem. The problem is if your heart stops, now you got a problem. But when your heart's beating fast, it just means your heart's beating fast. And hey, your heart beats fast when you run. If you run for a while and you stop, your heart's going to continue to beat fast until it recovers. So a fast beating heart is not dangerous. You don't have to worry about that, because eventually the heart's going to slow down again once that situation or that feeling you have. Because this is a psychological feeling that's taken over you physically. And it can happen to anybody. You might say, has it happened to me? Yeah, happened to me once. I was 19. That's why I know the feeling. I know how that feels. The doctor, because I went and saw a doctor, he gave me tranquilizers. Well, that's not something I need to be taking. I took one day, I had a panic attack after having a panic attack, and I did take the tranquilizer, but I didn't take it again. It's a bad, you don't want to take it, because I don't want to get hooked on a tranquilizer to keep me calm. I've got to learn to be calm. So when I tell you the story, I want to let you know that I know exactly how this girl feels. Now, if you're experiencing that, I want to tell you something. I know exactly how you feel. And I know it does not have to take you over. There's help available. Look, if you've had an experience for that like this, why don't you tell me about it? You can put it in the comment section, or you can put it's probably better for you to write in my email address, helpbybuzz12@gmail.com. A lot of people write to me, both on this channel and other channels that I have. I do these videos across the globe. So I talk to people in other countries, all over. I mean, I talk to people in America, Europe. I mean, I've talked to people in Turkey, even the Middle East. This is just something that happens everywhere. So I don't want you to feel bad about it. I don't want you to think there's something, quote, wrong with you. No. Sometimes in life, things overwhelm us. But don't get down on yourself. If you want to tell the story, you can tell it. Also, you'll notice in there that I do online counseling, and certainly I'd be willing to help you. No problem at all. You can just sign. I have easy sign-up opportunities for anybody that's interested in that. In the meantime, take care of yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Take it easy. Relax. Enjoy your life one day at a time. Just enjoy your life and just sit back and take it all in. Until next time, I really would appreciate, since I'm really just getting started on this channel, really appreciate it if you can subscribe to my channel. More importantly, why don't you share this story, because so many other people would like to be able to hear this and know that they're not alone and that there's hope, and you could be the one that makes that happen, make it happen for somebody else, because that's what helps people the most, is when they know there's a community of people out there that know how they feel and that it's okay. So please subscribe to my channel, share my video here if you can, and hit the like button and hit the bell, so you know when I got more videos coming out. We're going to talk about subjects just like this. In the meantime, you take care of yourself. See you next time.